Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and the entire administration are completely disregarding the American people, the Constitution, and most importantly, the rule of law. Thousands of people fired, and then being told students and teachers being plucked off the street for expressing their First Amendment right. And a father was mistakenly deported to El Salvador. And let's not get started on the unqualified people discussing war plans in a group chat with a journalist. And Americans are standing up all over this country, like here in Charlotte, where there are hundreds of people, to say enough is enough. Trump can't officiate like a president, so he tries to rule like a dictator.
I'm a professor at UNC Charlotte, and on March 20th, I had a $450,000 grant get canceled. The grant was from the National Institutes of Health, and the goal of the grant was to improve the healing of LGBTQ+ sexual violence survivors.
It has me worried about the future for my grandchildren, our Social Security, our right to vote, and everything that democracy stands for.
This administration's tariff policies have tanked my 401k. I have lost a tremendous amount of money just this week. And if he continues on with his tariff policies, we are going to be sunk as an economy.
Enough is enough. As Cory Booker said the other night, we're done. We need the government to keep their hands off literally all the services that we are surrounded by, and that's why we're physically here today, to protect the people that need the services, from the health department behind us, Department of Social Services, the park, the elementary school, the museum that we're going to march by. They're all in fear of losing personnel, budget, services, and we're here to say no, keep your hands off. I have some serious health issues. I go through $180,000 worth of medication that's covered by Medicare. If all of a sudden that disappears, even I am in trouble.
As a social studies teacher, I always taught my students that democracy was not a spectator sport and that they had agency, and I need to make sure I put my money where my mouth is. And this attack on our history by purging it of stories that are not solely the glory of white men is really unjust, and it's dishonest. And I was always about teaching the truth about our history, no matter how hard it was, in the context of we can still love our country in spite of that. So the truth matters, and I'm here to make sure that our history remains intact and complete, and that we have an honest account of our history, all of it.
It's a terrible, terrible waste to fire all those veterans who have been working for the Veterans Administration during several administrations. It's a completely nonpartisan job, and they shouldn't have just been hired wholesale or fired wholesale. You know, there may be room for improvement, but you don't take a chainsaw to a piece of grass.
But the manner in which they're going about it is so ham-handed and so hurtful and damaging to the country, I just can't support it. But the larger reason that I'm here is the Republican Party's lost not only its spine, but its soul. And so we, the people, have to take over because they just are not looking at reality and responding to it in a way that makes sense.
Social Security is right around the corner for me, so it will affect me if they decide to privatize that. Actually, the Postal Service is a good example of they screw it up on purpose so that they can then say it doesn't work and privatize. And that's what they want to do with Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. It's wrong. It's just some things shouldn't be for profit.
So we're standing up for our rights, not just for us or as individuals, but for everyone. You know, brown, black, white, Republican, Democrat. We're standing up for America. It's affected me personally is because of friends. Friends losing their jobs and that sort of thing in the federal agencies. My daughter is in DC now, and her boyfriend, he works for the Pentagon. He hasn't lost his job yet, but it's only a matter of time if things persist. And I think we need to stop and hold back where he's lost a few of his friends. We need to stop this before it gets out of hand, before even now.